Hello again. Well, I just got back from Doctor Strange about an hour or two ago, and I can definitely say that even if The Dark Knight is my favorite film, then this movie is easily the best comic book film I've seen since that film. Um, and and another worthy entry to Marvel Cinematic Universe, which definitely one of the biggest surprises I had since the first Iron Man 8 years ago. I mean, even if some of the Marvel movies produced by Marvel Studios have been better than others, to this day there has yet to be a single I've yet to see one I disliked, and this is definitely reaffirmed here since it is excellent in a word. I mean, even though I may be the biggest comic reader, I do know about Doctor Strange's significance, and I wanted to see him on screen for a long time, and now the time's finally here. Since opening night when I'm recording this. So Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, is an arrogant and egotistical but gifted and intelligent neurosurgeon who has saved many lives with his skills. Man. One night, however, gets in a car accident that damages his hands and forces him retirement, which results in him spending all of his wealth and time afterward trying to find a way to destroy his abilities to no avail. So he starts traveling to Nepal, where he decides to learn tools of the mystic arts under the Ancient One, played by Tilda Swinton, and Morda, played by Chiwetel Ejiofor. I'm very certain I'm pronouncing that right. And even though I admit I have mixed feelings with the casting, since I obviously would have liked if they got someone who was actually Chinese to play her. I do like Swinton a lot as an actress, and the cast puts on really spectacular performances here. They're some of the most human characters I've seen Marvel comics so far. Since, much like Tony said before him, we can definitely identify with Strange and his flaws and his strengths as well. I can honestly believe that a man like that can travel through space, through time, when his mind's pulled out of his body, even when fate has denied any ability to legibly write his name. And that's what the movie feels like. Like, I mean, like, he's taking a mystical journey, so you as an audience member. I mean, Scott Derrickson may not be a director I'm most familiar with. He's done a lot of previous films I have not seen, but he he definitely brings us some of the most mind-blowing special effects, and definitely one of the most visceral action science fiction movies since Inception. I mean, since and given how the fabric of reality itself is being warped towards the will of the mystics, and it may be a common journey, but then again, and I definitely think the character is works the same reason that Tony Stark's character works. Since and many of the Marvel characters do. That we as audiences can identify them with their strengths and their weaknesses. And Caecilius, played by Mads Mikkelsen, is definitely a highly vile, and wants to bring death and destruction among those around him. Once again, my policy is not going to spoil anything too major. If you want to find out what happens, by all means, go see the movie, because it's like the Civil War, it really is that good. And also, I noticed that's what sets the two characters apart. I mean, since while Caecilius is more brutal in his use of his powers, whereas Strange lies on his wit and intelligence to who win the fights. Since I still find it's probably high excellence, since like how Guardians of the Galaxy, he was start to defeat a villain by singing a song. He It's gonna be the first superhero film I've seen where the title character manages to win his fights without throwing a single punch at all. Man, that's and they make the great use of Sally Haynes as they're about to be folded in on themselves, and they managed to not only, much like previous films, blend the slightly outlandish premise with a surprising amount of depth and half that story as a characterization, in a sense. I mean, they definitely feel human the way they put it. I mean, I can definitely believe that Strange can travel through space and through time and conjure things by thought, even when fate had denied him the ability to actually write his name. And it's already shattering numerous box office receipts. I made $132 million as of this recording, and basically everything else until Fantastic Beasts comes out, and I'll get to that moment, is running for second, I think, for the next couple weeks. I mean, that's basically what I'm sitting in sense. I definitely can say, hey, that's much like what just did from that episode Dark City. It manages to be a film that's that managed to not only be a highly engaging visual spectacle, but also I'll test our body and mind. I mean, with that experience. And the character is, of course, expected to play a large part in the Infinity War in 2018. I'm not going to spoil anything else that goes on with him, but I can definitely say Strange is definitely the one that could potentially reunite the Avengers after the Avengers Ultron Civil War. I mean, or given how I think with his characterization, he could easily probably. I can't wait to see how he gets along with Tony, and I think even Anthony and Joe can definitely work something out. I mean, so I'm not gonna do a trailer time this time. I'm just gonna briefly run down because there are only a handful of them before the show started. I mean, I probably never had sense. Rogue One and Fantastic Beasts look incredible, and that they're going to be seeing those when they come out, even if Fantastic Beasts is coming out the same day as Cinema in 2 weeks. Sorry about that, because of how. Yeah, since I'm probably going to be going over the weekend, because I'm probably going to Open Davis on the Moon. And also, they're maybe selling tickets for Rogue One. I can definitely do some work around the house for my family, and the money for the ticket. I mean, most likely going to be being there in some kind of costume, not sure what though. My Vader jacket's probably a possibility of some fresh batteries and all that. And my Vader lightsaber got my closet, I mean. And Hacksaw Ridge looks good, but I'm probably going to wait for the DVD. Since I've seen the kind of story done before, but I can't say, about the a war, her hero who never fires a single bullet, but. And less I say about what's going on with this director these days, the better. I mean, you know what happened. And okay, last but not least, Wonder Woman, another superhero film that's, given how both my views of Batman vs Superman, both the theatrical and Ultimate Edition, I really enjoyed seeing the character, and I can't wait to see what the film can do. I mean, I'll get more into detail on another video, but the film's going to be directed by a woman. I'm also glad how Gal Gadot's actually playing her is actually Greek, much like the character is. And Chris Pine's role looks great as well, given how he's been in the new Card as well as made independent work. But I guess I'm rambling. So my fire rating is 4 out of 4, and I'd definitely be willing to go see the movie a second time. I mean, gonna have some time off for Veterans Day weekend, so I'm thinking I might consider seeing it in 3D, given how the effects looked in that, and just in 2D looked like they definitely suited for it. I mean, probably some of the best 3D since Avatar: How to Train Your Dragon films. I mean, the way it's used. I mean, so that's all I have to say for now. Tell me what you thought of the movie in the comments if you have seen it, and if you do plan on doing so, go ahead. I mean, because you know what I see in the future that Marvel Smack Universe now? Possibility.